Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG European League with Phase 3, and you're well aware we're in week 5. Only one more week to go after this. This is
isn't it?
It's good to see Na'Vi stepping up, but I want to see more of it. I want to see more of it. I want to see these teams going into PGC with some absolute epic form. Because I'm not seeing it at the moment. I'm seeing FaZe hit and miss. I'm seeing Team Liquid completely off. I'm seeing Na'Vi posting actually technically back-to-back wins because they won the last game yesterday, but again, it doesn't seem to be like that dominant team that I want to see.
I'm looking for that Liquid back in the day, the FaZe back in the day. I want to see one team push it.
If you just think coming in out of Phase 2, we had the 4 teams. We were going into it like any one of these 4 could win it.
Yeah,
going into the Grand Slam. Anyone. We were just thinking, you know, FaZe, Liquid, Na'Vi, Team and G2, though any of these guys could turn up because they were all 100 points clear of everyone else. They smashed Phase 2, but it's not happening this time around. I'm not too sure what it is that's changed.
I want teams to be able to pick up when they need to, right? In my eyes, it's a long league, right? You are in it for the marathon. It's not a sprint.
That's what the manager said, right? Yeah.
Exactly. But you have to be able to pick up the pace at the end. And this is it. This is the end game. This is where you deliver on every front because, all right, let's put it this way. I very much doubt, let's say you do make it through to the big tournament at the end of this. If you're a coach and you're doing research on the opposition coming into it, you're not going to watch the entire season. You're going to probably watch the last couple of weeks. Give them your best shot here as well. Like, play your heart out. You want these teams to be scared coming up against you. Don't be thinking, oh, they're a bit wishy-washy. Who knows?
I feel that some of them have got a little complacent with the fact that they have that extra points over some of the teams that they got from Phase 2. And they've kind of just a little took the foot off the gas and just think we can cruise into PGC. But that's just a horrible mentality to go into PGC with. You want to be going into PGC scaring the other regions. You want to be like, wow, this team's coming in. They were massively #1. They dominated the region. We've got to be scared about them. They're going to be dropping in our spot. We're going to have to move.
See, that's
what I want to see.
I'm with you on that. I do think we have seen, normally, if I'm honest, the EU teams, when they go into those international tournaments, they're kind of, you know, the final day they'll really step into it. You look at it, even the Nations Cup, the CIS team, or, you know, coming out of Europe there, which was basically Na'Vi, kind of, give or take one player additional maybe here or there, but whatever you want to look at it.
R.I.P. Kemba.
They looked formidable on those final days. They finally turned up. They went absolutely wild. And we know what caliber is here in Europe. I don't think anyone can really say that this is anything other than one of the top tier competitive regions, but I do think they get comfortable. I think they get into cruise mode. I think they kind of forget that it's not just rinse and repeat when you step outside of this. So I do want to see, especially in these final weeks, the players stepping up.
The danger as well is for the obviously it's the top 6 that go through on global points. Or I'm not too sure what the actual terminology for it is, but overall, based on the points they gained from Phase 2 and Phase 3. The problem for them is we're going to start seeing the bottom team stepping it up because they're going to be fighting to go down to promos, and nobody wants to be in that battle. Nobody wants to play that extra week after everything finishes and have to be one of those 4 teams slugging it out with the other 12 promo teams from contenders. So we're going to see them stepping it up next week as well. And this week, they're all starting to scrap for those positions, which is why we're starting to see some of these teams really delivering. And by the way, CrowCrowd just stepping it up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's between CrowCrowd and Nip for the 6th spot at the moment, right? Overall, CrowCrowd are stepping it up this week. Nip are got in trouble.
So I think as a collective, previous to now, NIP were really impressing me. Just they were being consistent.
They had a good last
really
2 weeks.
Yeah, they've been playing a brilliant game of PUBG, but you look at the individual firepower that's just coming out of CrowCrowd right now, you can't look past Tiikzu. The guy is just, you know, a man possessed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see he's delivering as well. He's always backed himself, but here we go. The final Miramar map for today. Still plenty more to go, of course. It is match number 67 of the 96 we're going to plow through. It is going to be a 4-game week next week. We've, of course, got the Sunday to follow tomorrow, but here we are. I'm not wrong, by the way. Match 67.
You're right, it is match 67.
Not 66.
I did doubt myself. I've even read.
I doubted it, and I was looking at the other screen. I was like, one says one thing, one says the other. I don't know. This is actually not a great plane.
It's a bit harsh.
Okay, so N47 again, where we saw them yesterday, in the previous match, sorry. Yeah. Impala's kind of a long shot for anyone. We're going to see maybe 2 teams stacking it up in the north here in Campo Militar.
We'll see. It just makes it hard for anyone on that southern road. Pretty much any southern teams.
DA have not got out yet. DA would normally be out by now. They've not got out, so they may well be going in the north. Razor Edge will be going CrowCrowd Doval and Turamada normally. And there's DA and there's ENCE. And there's G2 going into El Azhar. So it's getting a bit crowded in the north. In the north. Where's Rich when you need him?
So yeah, Razor Edge are up there, but they've been splitting 60 and Cold Elementary a little bit further away so they can kind of solidify their loot quicker. Looking at this, I'm trying to keep eyes on ABeautflDeath. Okay, so yeah, I guess they'll be okay. ENCE now just need to be careful coming out of Militar. It's not going to be a comfy route for them. You've got 1, 2, 3 teams in front of you.
Yeah, miikaz was clearly planning on dropping into a TR Bronca there.
Hello, have we seen this before?
This looks familiar, doesn't it?
I think it's a little further south this time, but not by much.
We're stuck in the Matrix.
Maybe it is still game
Pozo
66.
was pretty much dead center last circle, so we are just slightly south, as you say. Drayden's like, well, I'm not moving. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna loot here, and I'm gonna stay. This is my life now.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this again, I think we will. You know, the first game it catches you out. The second game, now you know what's going on. But you got to think about that plane path has now opened up a lot more issue with that northeast rotation. Those routes coming in are going to get a little bit more contested. They're going to be a little bit choppier. Na'Vi are in their more, I guess, regular spot, but a busier spot in a way. That if they are late on their loot, they're going to be maybe having a little bit of a fight through that. But they have a better springboard towards wherever they'd want to go after that. If you look at Senyor's position then. And we spoke about NIP just a moment ago, saying that they'd had a couple of very good weeks. They put themselves back in quite a good position, but there's a lot of teams now starting to build up.
Yeah, time to wake up. Get yourself back in it. Speaking of teams needing to wake up, they are playing scared right now for me, Team Liquid. We saw their rotates on the last one. They did get away with it, but they almost got collected by N47 as they tried to pull far out the way. And that was a late rotate for Team Liquid. They're clearly adjusting their styles. Misa's having fun around Pozo, it seems. Just bombing around between the buildings. Tiikzu's having a bit of a box. And while Reciprocity, they took the big north swing. They're one of the teams that will have to make an adjustment here from Mitraleius. I expect them to probably go for either. Actually, they may go a direct route this time because of the plane path. I don't expect that. Maybe they'll make a big southern swing. I don't know. You never know. They tend to like doing that, but that's adventurous, SIMSY. Go on.
It is ambitious. Ivil gonna happily get away. This is, I think he's probably meeting up with maybe Paige or just scouting ahead. Could even do some more loot himself, but N47, this is kind of their road to play off of. They're again quite quick to this too. They did have a little bit of a challenge previously. You had Liquid not far off and FaZe in a similar position as well. This is almost looking quite mirrored thus far, at least, you know, with what you're looking at with those early scuffles. ubah this time does need to be careful. FaZe were far further on in their looting, I guess, routines. So now they just need to be a little bit more cautious because N47 have pulled up. You do have Desperados below them, so it could maybe force N47 into more fights. You've got CrowCrowd now just about to leave Pozo. So a lot of these teams are already going to get themselves centered up. Liquid, GamerLegion, the Knights, FaZe. Anyone who has a shot into this early circle position already on the way.
Just bombing down there. Ooh. Don't hit the tree. It's amazing how many people do plow into trees. Half the time it's because you got your map up, obviously. But for us, it just looks funny because they're just driving along. Calvin, okay, normally a bolt action player, collects himself an M249. We saw a doozy yesterday sniping with a 6 times. Well, maybe we'll get some more.
That just upset me so much. It's just like no finesse. It's just...
It works so well as well.
I know,
so,
I know.
I think, I mean, after the last game, I didn't see the stat, but I'm pretty sure Doozy is now the kill leader for the split, so he's managed to get himself ahead of ubah. I assume it's been a battle between the two CIS players. Long rotates. Okay, the northern rotates have begun. This is obviously Team Liquid just checking out Monte Nuevo. FaZe have gone edged north to their normal roadside compound. This up in the north, this is DA obviously coming out of Sierra Bronca. Razor Edge had gone Cruz del Val, so they're watching them pass on.
NIP, wait, what? Oh my god!
Oh,
what are we watching right now?
Well, I mean, I would say, okay, I'm going to blame that on the desk, because they just backed Michael to get the most damage. Like, it's just first man down, like that.
That is the best death I've ever seen. I'm happy with that.
It's the ultimate send it. Oh no, Lynxy. That's it. Sidestep. Mitraleius going to lose a tire, guaranteed. Yeah, he should actually, with both tires gone, that kind of helped him.
In a weird way, yeah, it does.
That's not in a healthy situation. Oh my god.
We were doing so well today. There was actually very few car deaths.
It happens so often.
Just spaghetti
if there's
everywhere.
one thing we're going to get an improvement on in Season 2 of the PEL, it is these bloody car knocks. They happen. I want a stat. I want a stat on this. BanGG, I know you're out there. I want a stat on how many knocks we have per game on average with cars. It's got to be quite high.
Honestly, there's probably a player that's in the PEL right now, or has been in PEL, that's probably got less kills than vehicles. Jeems having to fall back a little bit here, bringing Gemty into the fight, trying to watch the cross, get the information on the push-up. There are a lot of players heading that way. We do have a bit of a compound crash, but I don't say compound, it's just the entirety of Monte Nuevo's open. So Jeems moving up here, maybe trying to find a little bit of cover, because he was the one under fire.
Yeah, he does get away with it. Obviously, FaZe all up in the hill. Talking about Responses rotating, they are going to go relatively straight. They're sort of coming in towards that edge of Monte Nuevo, so they may pull up on either the warehouse or the little compound just outside Monte Nuevo, and they're going to have a full vision of that fight going on between GamerLegion, N47, the Knights, Team Liquid. Everybody's all clustered in and around there at the moment. And the only other team, ENCE, they've took a really long north swing. They're going above Oasis right now, so they're going to be coming in really high from the north. Of course, they were up in military, Campo Militar, to use the correct terminology. Razor Edge also slowly making their way into La Cabrera, being cautious of Digital Athletics ahead of them. That was a Mark 14 I just saw in there. Nice.
I don't know if it's available, though.
Don't think anyone's going to get it, though, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those awkward ones. Maybe late game if somehow the circle just allows it to be played in. And it's
I think this is going to that exact spot, which is why FaZe and the Knights have got... If there's two standard compounds, it's almost like common occurrence, those two finishes, right?
You reckon it's going down there?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's slightly further
south
south,
of Pozo,
isn't it?
so it's going to pull down that way.
Right.
Which is why we're seeing so many clustering around Monte Nuevo as well at the moment.
Yeah.
I wonder if CrowCrowd... Yeah, so okay, CrowCrowd on these hills, they did very well from that hillside position.
Yes, they did.
We'll see whether it works out. They've got a really bizarre split with mxey on the other side. That surprised me. That's normally where TSM would pull up. TSM are further north of El Pozo. They've took this really wide swing based on the fact that obviously Michael ran into the back of Nip.
You've been spotted. Yeah, Braexco. Ooh! He's not alone. MBS should have this. Yeah, he does. AK up that close. MBS's hands. That's a pickup. And a flush too. That's points in the pocket for NIP.
Bullets in the booty. MBS takes him down. Not a good performance from G2 so far this week. Overall, they could do with stepping it up a little bit. Where are we going to go? Oh, look. Oh, look. It's gone to there. What a surprise. So basically, looking at FaZe and Knights, these are two standard spots that they take. On N47 as well on that hillside. CrowCrowd are going to consolidate. They're going to go to the hill where Tiikzu is at the moment, and they're going to take control. They're going to looks like they're going to have to battle with Team Liquid, who have just charged up the road and got there ahead of them in that little compound, though.
It's a good little pickup for Liquid. They've kind of come in perfectly on that. Good read on the circle. Good read on the reposition. Nicely done from Liquid. You like to see that. You want to see them keeping 4 alive, looking healthy, picking up good rotation spots. But this is nice for a lot of those teams who were just south of Pozo, basically. They can just shuffle around each other, try and find that little slice of the pie to take home. But it's all those teams on the northeast side, the ones who are on those further out rotates, they're getting punished now.
CrowCrowd decided, no, we're backing away into the warehouse. Not safe on the hills. Too many teams coming close to us, so They've pulled back to the edge of Pozo, where obviously they dropped. TSM and 7 are going to be joining them in there. 7 are... Oh my god, where is 7 going? Where is 7 going? They've got nowhere. They're going across the field, south of Pozo. They basically diverted it. They want to go to the side of Pozo, and it's just... Now they've diverted. They've got nowhere to go. They are in a shooting range. They got Knights in the compound they want to go to. They're going to go to the hills, straight to N47. They go to the right, they go to Team Liquid, they go to the left, they go to FaZe Clan. There is nowhere for 7 to go. They're going to try and crash it. And, well, N47 have wiped 7 out before in compounds. That's a good little pull-up, though, but it will quickly get answered. Leaning too much. Edelweiss does manage to get one down. N47, they're down to 1 here.
Yeah, we've got Liquid stealing a couple of 7 as well. So the points aren't quite going the way you'd expect at this moment, but it is a slaughter. And there's just no option, no time to scout once they had to divert from that really weirdly planned out plan.
I just feel that they should have just instantly turned back around and gone to that hill. That big hill is totally playable to the east of Pozo.
Liquid pulling up. Liquid pushing this one.
And this makes sense because there was a double knock on N47, so they confirm Buster. Now they're going to push the house. T-Bone gets spotted. Now they're going to find his position. He went for the double peek with Jeems as well, so Jeems will take him down easily. Page above, and I think it's Ival that's maybe in the other house, or Vascu. Didn't see who it was. Page is going to go down. There we go. Team Liquid. Good, clean, high point accuracy chance for Team Liquid there to leave that compound, come in, and flush out the points.
It's hard.
Good read.
Yeah, it is, and it's a really good read from them. And this is the thing, it's like it's very hard when you're critical of Liquid because you know they're capable of such good plays, such big individual players. And when they work together that well, you're like, please just do that all the time. It's so good to watch. Desperados, I think, just kind of hopped into Liquid's old compound. I think they were kind of around the area, so they've kind of just switched that up. That's fine. Not bad at all. And again, let's look at those teams on the outskirts because they're just getting in. DA trailing in the blue. G2. Okay, so that's just actually Chris out on there. He already has NELLOZ and Yanison.
Or Nipper going to crash G2.
Are they going
Nipper
in
going in, yeah. They've scouted and realised there's only 2 in here. So here comes... Gax is giving the overwatch position. Vard gets caught out the second he pulls up. I don't really know what he was doing. He's not even near the building. He's pulled up like a big long walk away from the pit. Did he hit the rock? Did he hit the rock and spin and have to jump out? Maybe.
Maybe. I'm actually not sure. Something went wrong there because that's not where you want to be pulling up if you're going to do this. And it looked like, oh, Miracle wasn't even that close. I don't know what the plan was.
Gax is going to get drove over. Chris is going to drive over him. There you go. And, well, no surprise where the circle has gone. We've seen this one many times. And that's what the teams were ready and waiting for. Now we have the battle of Monte Nuevo. Reciprocity on the south side. GamerLegion defending the north. Now, for me, the best positions right now is obviously Team Liquid, FaZe, and the Knights. They're positioned for this. Team Liquid holding that hillside are going to be the most proactive. They're going to get pressured by the likes of Na'Vi, CrowCrowd, Desperados. They're all going to be fighting for that hillside position. That's where the battle will be.
Yeah, Na'Vi piling into this, trying to get along that hillside. CrowCrowd happy to unleash pressure, but they've pulled up. They've got the audio. Got maybe a mini out there. Oh, wait, hold on. Where is Rory right now? He's just above Raise Your Edge.
So this is the normal hill that TSM would take. I guess they kind of sent one over there. The rest of the team are coming, but with Raise Your Edge pulling right upon him, he's kind of backing out of this one.
Yeah, I guess it's just him, right?
DA are coming on their usual send it route, I think, into Monte Nuevo. But yeah, Rory's the man that's on the pressure. Actually, Iro and Gustav basically went. Rory's obviously said, "Yeah, I'm a lost cause, boys. Don't
leave me to it." Yeah, and he got heard. Spotted, heard, whatever it is. The trade's not good enough. Quickly put down, and that's Linksy getting the flush. Rory is out of there, and there should be a revive coming in too.
Wreck again mobile in Monte Nuevo, in the vehicles at least. I wonder if they're thinking of maybe leapfrog, and they are. Look at this, Shiv's gone leapfrog. We're watching DA here, but keep your eyes on the map because Reciprocity going for that little leapfrog play to get ahead of GamerLegion. Now, I was thinking almost a circle ahead because we expect this to be pulling in and around FaZe and the Knights compound right now.
We have seen the ending where it's on GamerLegion before, and crossing out of there is impossible. So having someone like Shiva Monkey gives you options, and I like that. It's a smart play.
And obviously, if you're looking at the circle and you're wondering why are so many people on the left-hand side of the circle, well, it's because where G2 and Nip are, they're the only teams on the right side of the road. But basically, with FaZe and Knights and Team Liquid, the positions they're in, it slaughters you. Anyone on that right side will be in desperate trouble. G2 can send it for the ditch, and they might be able to get themselves a higher position from there. But if the circle goes where we're expecting it to, odds are they're in desperate trouble. Yeah,
it looks like ENCE is starting to get very close to Raise Your Edge. They're just splitting this big hillside. I don't know if they've scouted something better.
Oh no, they're doing a 7. Where are we going? Where are we going, boys? They're going for this tiniest little ditch. Yeah, yeah. They're not going to send it across the field yet. I like the delicate approach in the car as well. It's like, I am not going to knock you. I am not going to knock you.
Or myself at this point. Like that's
just like doing the homework right across the board.
Rustanmar's out now.
I will not knock my teammate. I will not knock my teammate. And it does pull down south. FaZe Clan are like, yay, it's our circle, boys.
It's what they've been wanting. And this should be a win for FaZe. You're looking at a capable team there. This is the one that you really dedicate yourself to. Are they?
No.
It looks like they're going right towards Kravik.
No, it's going to be the crab. Yep.
There we go, straight on up. Maybe they just didn't see him. But Crab can do damage on this one. He's not alone here. There's teams everywhere else that can do damage towards G2. This is a point grab for him.
He's got one. Oh, he just went for the reload there. Yeah, that caught him out. And obviously the Knights are going to shoot them in the back. Here's the hay bales in the fields. This is just the murder zone. Anyone that's here, there is 4 teams shooting at them right now, minimum. Gustav will get Rustanmar down, but really it's a case of what you get. Reciprocity made a nice move. They went straight for the little hay bale shack, but they're about to get crashed by DA. Shiv had got in there earlier on. That's just down outside of Monte Nuevo. If it pays off, Reciprocity got themselves a really nice position, but they are caught out at the moment. You can see Shiv gets one. Are they going to get double push? Mert will get down. Monkey saves the day, and DA will go down. This is the shack that we saw CrowCrowd go down in 3rd place with the Knights. We're expecting it to go there, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm making a big point of that. We're expecting it to pull towards FaZe Clan's hut. Obviously, the hillside we saw is also a strong spot that Team Liquid still hold.
Where is Gustav?
He went into the hay bales.
Really quite far away, and then they came through. Yeah, the one thing I will say about Reciprocity as well is what I like about this. It's a good 2-2 split. Na'Vi getting contact with CrowCrowd, though. That's over towards the northwest side. And we still have the man himself, the danger man, Tiikzu, standing, but he's not in this fight just yet. He's just running off, trying to find a new angle. And do you really want to tussle with Na'Vi at the moment? That nade is good. That's going to keep them humbled, though.
I mean, it was Na'Vi they were tussling with on the hillside last time, right?
Very true.
Raise Your Head crashing on the Knights here. This is a tough compound to crash. A lot of space to cover, but the Knights seem to have been caught napping there in the approach, and they've allowed Raise Your Head to get in, but no, the bait from Drayden. Yeah. Come on in. Oh, by the way, there's a present.
It's a little wrapped gift.
That's all 3 of them. The only man that's remaining is lynxzey, who's still on the hills.
Yeah, so lynxzey's nowhere near. Wait, hold on. Aduzi's left in basically a 1v3. I guess it's a 1v however many else is up on the server, but he's got CrowCrowd knocking the door. He's hit the deck, gone for the reload, tries to prepare himself. Not gonna happen. CrowCrowd sweep it.
That's pretty proficient from CrowCrowd there. I like the play. I like the moves. And that was, did they still have all 4 back on their feet? I'm not too sure they did.
I think it might be down to 3.
They lost NOOKIE somewhere along the line, but DESPERADO's taking shots on them. Meanwhile, Gustav has been found. He was in the hay bales, so that leaves TSM down to Iroh now. As I say, the hills is where a lot of the action will take place. While FaZe have probably the best position in the circle, you're probably not going to see him pick up many kills towards the end.
And the thing is that if you're talking about endgame, you can't, leaving compounds is really hard at this sort of caliber level, right? You're going to struggle like, Tiikzu, you may be good, but that gun is simply better. Put it in the hands of someone like Calvin Klein, this is going to tear you limb from limb. Misa and Temi pull up, they're ready now. They're like, okay, we can't just walk away from this. It's not going to go well for us. And here's the push up, getting a little hungry there. Maybe a punishment going to come back through, but no. Support has arrived. The cavalry is there. Ultra right beside Calvin Klein. You got SIMSY as well. And CrowCrowd now are hindered. They've been slowed down.
This is nice aggression. And this, when we talk about the caliber of teams stepping up in Phase 3, this is what we're talking about. You've got Desperados, N47, you know. These Jimmy! Oh my word. Oh, Misa got the last one, but my God. Desperados, I was just about to say, this is the aggression that pays off, but that did not pay off.
What's in the...
TomiL's been found as well. Team Liquid are on TomiL, so he's the last man standing for Desperados. That's just gone badly wrong. Udia, though, from a long range, gets one down. CrowCrowd will confirm.
You're not meant to win those.
Last man.
Yeah, okay, you maybe knock the first because they peek it a little hap-handedly, but the guy next to you is meant to just be there to trade in. Yeah. You're not meant to do that.
That I mean, we're talking about CrowCrowd, right? Comparing them to NIP. NIP on they've gone for the ditch play. CrowCrowd have just taken on Desperados and Navi and looking for more. They've got themselves another 6-7 kills from this game. This is some really impressive points averaging coming out from CrowCrowd so far. Team Liquid now. James is going to be the anchor man. He's going to be the one that hears them come in. TSM, they're down to 1. And SKUIJKE will go down. Timmy gets another.
Nade.
And that's going to be Iro gone. SKUIJKE will confirm that one. Team Liquid get up into the hills and CrowCrowd have to push against them. The Knights, they've left their compound. Now, the Knights got 2nd place last time against FaZe Clan, and it was a very tight one-on-one battle in the end. It went down to, they managed to get the revives off. Reels talked about it quite openly about how they're going to play it next time, so we'll see if it works out for them as Timmy gets caught out in the rotate. Scoom will be the man that gets him.
And this is why I like this 2-2 split that I wanted to talk about earlier. Such complementary positions. The other two, Scoom and Udyr, it's not as valuable, but you can just complement that shack so well.
Yep.
And a free roaming car. How beautiful. What a sight.
Someone's pulling up. Oh, wait.
The ghost
Oh,
car.
Linksy. Come on, son, you can do it. So bloody hell, mate. This is crazy. You know, I'm going to make this. That's my Australian right there.
That was
New
really
Zealander.
good. Really, very good.
And Wanted will take it. 5 kills and counting for the Knights. So we're going to have the battle now. Knights versus Liquid on the hillside. That is really the important fight. GamerLegion is still yet to leave Monte Nuevo, as you can see, but there's not a great deal ahead of them. The fact that Reciprocity made the play to get to that shack has kind of screwed GamerLegion.
Yeah, it has. That's just completely cut them off the knees. But you're right in saying it. What do the Knights do here against Liquid, and what does Liquid do against the Knights? You still have NELLOZ being annoying up there. He can try and third party in if he wants to in that micro fight, but you still have an IP right across the way. And GamerLegion, everyone's piling into this fight on towards the hill. They're all looking for a bit of damage and a knock. And if either side see each other getting knocked or someone going down, I reckon they'll have a crack at that.
Ooh, that's pulled away.
Oh, no.
I like it.
Oh, no, FaZe.
I like it. That's pulled to the left, expecting it to pull to the right. So Reciprocity right now, it is only a little shack area, but there's a dip off of the hill, which causes FaZe a problem. Now FaZe, there's 2 ways they can approach this. They either try and get up the hill somehow, or, and they are taking shots at Shiv right now, they get a knock on Reciprocity, and they will absolutely turn and burn and get on them. It's going to be a tough way out for FaZe, though.
Yeah, leaving compounds is always horrific, and
This battle up here, this could be for the winner. Because with this hillside position, you have an overlook on everything down below.
that's why they're putting everything towards you. You can already see Reels looking for an opportunity here, moving a little further forward. The tip of the spear as such, but Liquid are holding the line.
Look at the line they have. Team Liquid, look at their line on the minimap. It's really impressive. That line there. Oh, holding Jempty finds Drayden's head. That's going to slow the Knights down. They're the team that's got the blue on their back, so they're the team that's going to have to make a move here. Smokes will go down. They're going to get the revive. Team Liquid looking at trying to make a play. EB is thinking, can I really reach that with a nade? No, it's too far away at the moment. NELLOZ has gone around the back of Liquid.
If he gets away with that, if he does something special, I'd absolutely love it.
Are we in the current patch? Is this the silent pull-up coming out from NIP? I'm not too sure. They're going to get themselves. Oh, my word. What happened there? His car decided to vault, and it was like a horse. It just goes right wild. But MBS is okay. The nades did come in. So Jempty got Drayden down, and FaZe are moving. FaZe are moving on the back of the Knights. They're coming up the hill.
This is the tunnel vision I worry about. It looks like maybe the Knights are aware of it, wanted maybe keeping a good watch on the back, but they're now in 2 fights on 2 fronts with 2 very scary teams. FaZe chomping at the heels, and then they come. Already Fuzzface peeks over the ridge. They haven't seen him. They don't know they're this close. He has no idea. Drayden's back on his feet, but barely standing. This is going to be a slaughter, and Fuzzface already finding one, and there he goes, crushing on both sides. The Knights have no air to breathe, and it looks like Wanted and Reels line up for him. Aitzy with 1. They fall off it. It's Fuzzface to shut it down.
Wow, and the Knights just get decimated just like that. Now, the Liquid know what's happening there, but they don't know that NELLOZ moved in behind them. Reciprocity, they're still holding these 2 angles. It bought time for GamerLegion to creep out of Monte Nuevo. MBS at the moment is the man that they're all shooting. And expect NIP to go down. There we go, 6 players for them. They do manage to get themselves at least placement points, but I don't think they got too many kills in comparison to CrowCrowd.
I like looking at what Ubah's doing
Look
here.
at that nade, it banked beautifully.
Fuzz needs to get a heal off real quick. They are in, but they now need to look at the next opportunity. This is where it gets scary, right? Yes, FaZe did well on that first fight to move where they did, and actually it was quite impressive to move out. Now, they know the Reciprocity looking at that kill feed will be busy with the team in Monte Nuevo, so they can use the open field, and ubah's intuition is perfect. It's a risky move. You're risking it because you know that's your only opportunity to get into this circle.
Skumi is trying to hold this off angle as long as he can. Because Reciprocity have, as you say, a really good position here. They played for the Shacks. They went here very early on. It was about 2 or 3 circles ago they moved for this. If anything, to get ahead of GamerLegion, but good reading of the circle that they know where it will go. FaZe trying to get Fuzz back on their feet. Team Liquid slowly edging above them, and don't count NELLOZ out just yet. He could cause some serious problems. GamerLegion look like they're going to get the revives off. Bjorn, the last man down. We'll see whether he can get back up.
God,
wow, who's that in the middle of the
ubah.
field?
It's ubah taking every fight. That's the only option they have to be able to get their players back up and into some sort of safety. He just has to be this beacon, this turret for FaZe, and that's what he's done. He's bought them enough time. Liquid couldn't keep peeking. They couldn't push down to maybe pick up on that knock on Fuzzface earlier.
Liquid are going, look at this, they're in the cars. Gemty's going to be the one that sends it, trying to try and set up a bit of a vehicle setup. Fex taking Scoom down. That's a big problem for Reciprocity. He was one of the anchormans along with ubah, and Team Liquid have found themselves space in the circle to keep their vehicles secure and out of vision, and that's going to give them a nice little circle of defense. They just need to worry about the hillside where FaZe are now.
Yeah, I have to say, FaZe have been given nothing to work with here apart from that compound, the prior circles. This is very, very rough to play with, and they've made it work. Reciprocity are struggling to pull across their last man, ubah, and now you're seeing ubah. This guy is just coming into his own. ubah is in danger. And for GamerLegion, you just kind of want to take him down. I don't think you have many other options here at this point. So this could be a jump up for you. That could be a better placement. It's not going to be the case. And ubah goes down to Gemty regardless. And now you're going to have to start seeing those plans. A desperate attempt, and it's not a bad one. And there it is. There goes ubah. So Reciprocity still have their players split in towards the hut. You have Monkey there. I think you have, who else is up? Shiv.
Here we go. NELLOZ.
Now, this is a big fight. NELLOZ can be a pain in the ass because Liquid are not checking on it.
Yeah, they're not looking here at all. They're not expecting anyone behind them. NELLOZ is just going to keep on using Team Liquid. Ooh, the blue is going to hurt you. You're going to have to get up. Nobody's looking though. It's all good. Do they hear the footsteps? SIMSY, he's down. Absolutely don't hear it. No,
they're tunnel vision.
They're so engaged because Shiv is just the other side. Gemty and Shiv are right next to each other. SIMSY will catch Shiv down, and NELLOZ is just going to play the points here.
Smartest plan, but you got to look beyond this now. What can Monkey do? He can be the downfall of FaZe here. He's already found Fuzzface, and he can keep him pinned to that wall, and that allows time for Liquid to move. So you can't peek much in this, can you? SIMSY's move is excellent if he'd checked for NELLOZ. That opens up this little bit of weakness, that little bit of an issue in the armor.
The confidence that this could give Team Liquid, if they can pick up a win here, and against the likes of FaZe Clan,
I think they're going to lose it.
It will catapult them, but, well, they have the position. They have the best spot.
They do until you factor in NELLOZ.
Yeah, I mean, NELLOZ is definitely going to stab one of them in the back.
He should kill him now,
SIMSY is the one that's running right over him right now. NELLOZ is going to have to keep on moving, but they're not even remotely looking at him. So NELLOZ is happy to use him as a bodyguard system at the moment. Monkey, the last man for Reciprocity. It's FaZe that are in trouble now.
FaZe need to get rid of Monkey, because then they can at least not have to completely worry about that side, that southwest side that is keeping them pinned to this. Liquid have all the movement in the world. They can really spread out nicely, which is what they're doing, keeping Jeems out in that kind of transitional area that the Blue's going to kind of, I guess, take over soon enough. Once NELLOZ gets forced in, it's the matter of who strikes first. If NELLOZ takes down one of Liquid, then FaZe can move on that and they can try and sweep it, and that allows Monkey maybe room to maybe get a couple of knocks on FaZe. It's all on NELLOZ, which is the weirdest fact here.
Yeah, ubah knows Monkey's spot. He's just checking for anyone else. He knows that they're there. FaZe have decided to stack 4 down low. Look at this. Aitzy has Ibby pretty much dead to rights there, waiting for him to move. NELLOZ, as you say. Oh, did SIMSY just see him? No. Oh, my word. Any big shuffle. And now we're in phase 9. The center point is almost at Monkey. It's just a little north of Monkey. NELLOZ is going to, the blue is going to be pushing him, and as you say, so FaZe are going to move in.
Die here.
Here Team Liquid go. They've made a little couple of steps. They're going to try and shoot them. They've realized that FaZe are in the open, in the field. There's no cover. mxey will get caught out. NELLOZ did take a big hit, but he did not die. Don't know what caught him. I think Monkey caught him.
I don't know who it is. It could be the blue at this point, considering it's right on his back. James is finding mxey. FaZe are falling. NELLOZ is trying to play a survival game, but he's going to be in the pocket of SIMSY soon enough. He has to shoot him at some point. There it is. He finally strikes. Now, has to look to the next option. No. Quick trade back in. And now FaZe have the chance. It's a little too late here.
ubah's last man is down. 15 kill game for Team Liquid. Boy, are we seeing the big numbers today. That is an instant response. Na'Vi with a 16 kill game to start things off. 15 kill game for Team Liquid, and that is 25 points that the boys in the spider suits absolutely needed. They have been battered and bruised the last 2 weeks. They've been slipping down the table. Did they slide down to what, 7th, 6th or 7th? Either way, it's a long way down. But my word, they needed the win. Sam, let's see what they got to say.
We are here with Team Liquid. I have not had a chance to chat to you. Before we get into this game, I have to ask the question that I think every Team Liquid fan wants to know. What's been happening, man?
What's been happening? Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit. The meta has been changing. People play our spots. Have to figure out some of the stuff inside the team. So that's been happening. Finally got a win. Super excited. 15 kills. So let's go.
Here we go. So 15 kills. Obviously now feeling a lot more positive. I saw at the beginning of this game, you took out some members of 7, then you took out N47 as well. Did that give you the momentum you needed for that final fight?
Yeah, for sure. It kept the whole, it kept us going for the rest of the game. It's nice to start the game off with a few kills. So definitely.
Final fight. Walk me through what was going through the team comms here.
We knew FaZe was 4. We knew there was one G2 guy somewhere and Monkey was somewhere. We just delayed. FaZe had nothing, there was no playable area, so we just took him down. Jimbo did a great job on that. We played it slow, then SIMSY got killed by a snake. We took him down, and then Monkey was Monkey the last guy? I'm not sure, and then we just closed out the game. So we played it slow, yeah, that's it.
Is Team Liquid back?
Is Team Liquid back? I don't know, I don't want to jinx anything, so we'll see.
You gotta be more confident, man. Yes, Team Liquid is back. Let's go back to the desk.
I can't decide who was more hype about the win. Was it Team Liquid or was it Sam? She really was like, yes, Team Liquid's back! With their Spider-Man outfits going here, there, and everywhere. They finally get themselves the good old win after what feels like a while here in Phase 3.
Yeah, I mean, the win they got, was it first week?
I don't remember when the win was. I just know that they had 23 points in this week before this for 6 games and 13 kills. In this game, 25 points and 15 kills, so they're more than doubling up on what they had so far. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see them kind of back. As EB said, we don't want to jinx it. I want to see this continue though, because this is the type of game that they can play. Also, they played that, like rotation-wise, aggression, everything was on point for the game here.
It's a very good game. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here as we watch all of the players come on in and get to this is one of the best moments of the entire phase.
This is the guy I just said would make it into the 1K club.
Froz, you suck. I'm sorry.
That is the quickest instant regret in my life that I mentioned that name for that one. No, but I mean, overall, FaZe Clan also making a good game here, getting himself in second place with, I think it was 9 kills. You also had ReciProZ in the top. But in this game, ReciProZ should have won the game, actually.
I did notice that he got out of the Mirado straight into the fire and a molly top.
It happens.
It was a crazy game when it came to vehicular slaughter and interesting moves.
Drayden's preemptive grenade here that they were going to breach into these 2 windows here was so well played by Drayden. A 3-piece on ratio edge like this, fantastic. Well played by Drayden overall there.
Easy challenging shout. Everyone has to focus on Drayden at that point.
Absolutely. And Teme and Miikaz here taking down DESPERADOs nearly single-handedly. Well played by them as well. But here, James, you can see he's on another compound. He's playing solo on a compound. Yeah. Spoiling CrowCrowd, spoiling some of the other guys on the northern side in a compound that wasn't even inside the circle at that point. Yeah. So he's playing extremely aggressive outside to make sure that the back was safe for Liquid.
That is actually a pretty bold play from James, considering how they've been playing lately. Now, if we saw the old Liquid, how they were playing before, they would dominate everybody. That would be a normal play. Yeah. But when you start having these kind of bad games, you kind of want to center up again, focus as a team, we play together from the same spot because we can't risk to lose people.
Reciprocity had a very heavy central location during that game, but unfortunately for them, they were shot from a lot of angles.
It wasn't really a really good playable area, but that's also the reason why they stayed 2-2.
Yeah.
But I was actually hoping to see them go there anyway. I don't think they had a vehicle to do so. If they had a 2-seater, they would probably been playing in that area.
And 9th through 16th, an uncharacteristically bad game for N47 with 0 points on the board. If you look through the annals of history here for Phase 3, I can only imagine they didn't have many 0-point games throughout this phase as a whole. Let's take a look at 1 through 8 as well, up towards the top 25. Big smackaroonies for Team Liquid. Very much so needed and deserved eventually to try and get themselves to that point.
And with that, FaZe Clan is going to take first spot.
Ooh.
Because Na'Vi didn't have a good game, so now
They're so close up there now.
Now it's top 3 is within 6 points. FaZe Clan 491, TSM 488, Na'Vi 485. It's so close.
Well, Liquid took over N47 on that game as well, and they're making a run for it right now. They want to be in the top 3 as well. They don't want to be on the 4th place.
Definitely.
And obviously with G2 and NELLOZ being able to snake a little bit in that game, they managed to save that a lot.
1.8k against 1.6k here for the two big teams. Two of the big 5, in fact, here for PEL, getting themselves a good stance. It's not like FaZe has had the most blinding of weeks as well, to be fair.
This is a pretty usual picture, I'd say.
Yes.
We would see this a lot normally.
Correct.
But the past week at least, has been a struggle for both of these teams. So it's great to see both of them still doing a lot of damage here.
Definitely so. Here's the damage dealers for the top. No big head wanted. One day it's going to come back. He sits in the 5th place there. Ubah up towards the top with 729. It could have gone even better for him if that super aggressive push up towards Liquid could have worked out, but he was preoccupied with other targets.
And nice to see Tim up there as well. He did play this game very well, managed to
Yep.
get a lot of kills and secured a good placement for CrowCrowd. After all, it is in their area. They should have some of the compounds around it, considering they're looting the puzzle as well.
I mean, we've seen CrowCrowd stepping up lately now. You had mxey going out with a lot of kills, Tiikzu stepping up lately, and now Tim as well.
And for me, if they continue this, they are kind of, because Raysheds have been falling a bit behind, but they're definitely in the contest, and they're one of the contestants for our PGC spots currently as well.
Actually, CrowCrowd passed an IP with this.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Which also means that they should be the 6th team right now in terms of global points.
Yeah, because
or
the
making it to PGC.
Knights are 50 points some ahead, behind of these two teams, so they're that further behind the PGC spot. But we have 4 teams. We have 4 teams that are currently battling for this last and 6th spot. Right now in PGC points.
All right, let's take a look at our next hashtag AskPEL question. Of course, you can keep sending those questions along, as we do have those questions coming in here, there, and everywhere. So it's time for our next question. Reader, read me the question.
With the top 3 teams in the league, all being super teams, is teamwork overvalued versus individual skill in PUBG?
Overvalued?
Teamwork is never overvalued in PUBG. This is still a team game. What individual skills does is it brings up the team a bit. But in the end, it's all about the teamwork. If you don't have the teamwork, you're not going to work as a team and you're going to fail.
I think one of the greatest examples of the individual bringing the team up is probably Iroh from TSM, no? Do you think?
I think so too. I mean, you can have the best player in the world, but if your teamwork isn't working, he's not going to matter. Because you're not bringing him into a position where his skill is going to matter. If your rotation is on point, your strategy is on point. If your macro game isn't on point, then it doesn't matter anyway. And this was a question from Circumstance, by the way. I didn't manage his name.
Thank you very much.
Very good name.
I like these questions. Keep sending them our way. It's very important that we see even more here as we continue things on. For now, we're going to go to a short break, ladies and gentlemen. And when we return, we're going to Sandhawk. It's time to go to the jungle once again. We shall see you in a few moments here for PEL Phase